Hello and welcome to the shop. Still protecting that wound, but the healing is going very well. I'll probably have this off within the next 3 or 4 days. But again, just like in the last video, for safety reasons, because I have a wound here, right here in my thumb, I'm wearing a glove. I understand how dangerous that is on the lathe. I'd rather be able to turn and protect it and understanding the risks of wearing a glove than not turn for 2 weeks when I'm perfectly capable of it. I just need to keep stuff out of the injury. So today, my better half wants a catch-all bowl, and I have this piece of oak with an eye in it, and I put resin in there with bronze mica powder, and so I'm going to see if I can't get a nice little catch-all to go on a credenza, somewhere where we can throw our keys and stuff. This wood is extremely dry and extremely hard, so this could be pretty challenging. I think I'm going to break out my 5/8 inch Thompson bolt gouge with the Ellsworth grind on it, and the long handle, which gives me a lot of leverage. So we'll see how this thing goes. This is going to be a tough project. This oak is very, very hard. It's very dense. It's white oak. It's furniture grade. I got it from a gentleman who used to make furniture, and it should be a challenge. This should be a challenge. Get it mounted on the woodworm screw. I am no concern about it backing off the woodworm screw at all. This is extremely dense. It's not going to strip, but it's off balance. So let me get the cameras reset and we'll get to work on this thing. Okay, we've sanded through 400 grit. Now I'm going to use Brad's Workbench abrasive paste. and take it up well beyond that. So this is a friable abrasive, meaning that the more you use it, the more you work it in, the finer it gets. So this will take us well over 1,000 grit, probably, well, I don't know, I couldn't tell you how high, but it takes us over 1,000 grit, which is going to make this thing really pretty, really shine nicely. The way you use brads is you work it in, paper towel, and you'll feel it. As you're working it in, you'll start to feel it to get smoother. As you're just making little circles and stuff, you'll start to feel it working. When you start to feel it begin to smooth, you turn your lathe on, you start slow. So the first time you hit it with paper towel, use your wet part of your paper towel, because again, you're working this in. Start getting it in at all those little nooks and crannies, all the grain. You just want to work it in. Then find a cleaner place on the paper towel and kick your speed up a little bit. So I started around 380, I'm now at 480. You can see that it's still removing material. This is an abrasive paste. It's supposed to do that. Cleaner section. Kick it up a little. I'm at 680. Still removing material. I'll show you before I get to the burnt accent, because that, of course, darkens it immensely. Okay, we'll find a clean place of the paper towel. We'll kick it up a little bit more. About 840 RPM. Alright, at this point, this paper towel is pretty heavily saturated. I did put this on thick. So I'll get a clean paper towel. We're still removing a bit of material. You just keep doing this. Pick up your speed a little bit. I can't really go much faster than that because this is off balance because of the difference in densities of the wood. So I'm still getting a little bit off. Most of that is carbon there from the burning I did on the rim. That's pretty good. Got it pretty clean. Take one more pass here. Just make sure I have all of the abrasive off. You can clean it quickly with mineral spirits if you want. It's not necessary, but you can do that. Now, what I like about this abrasive paste is that it works on that resin too. It really does a nice job. So now we're going to apply the finish. That is Brad's tongue wax. You apply this and then you walk away for at least a half an hour so that the tongue oil can begin to polymerize. You can leave it on for as long as overnight if you want. While it polymerizes. I like to put it on heavy Make sure I get good coverage. So you put it on, you walk away, you come back and buff it with a clean paper towel. And what you're doing when you're buffing it is you want to gain heat. You want to get friction up, gain heat, because this is a combination of tung oil, carnauba wax, and beeswax. You want to heat that wax up so that it then seals just like any carnauba wax finish would, which is why you come back and do that. If you use the Tung honey, you can buff it. It works great. It makes a great finish, but you don't have to. The waxes are a little more thin in the Tung honey. It's more oil to wax ratio, and so you don't. The friction to buff isn't necessary. All right, so that's on there good and heavy. And like I said, I just need to walk away now, let it set for about a half an hour at least. I'm going to go have my lunch, and then I will buff it in, work it in with a clean paper towel, and then reverse this and hollow it. Okay, so this has been sitting for about an hour. This has got a good coat of Brad's Workbench tung wax on it. So this is the point where the tung oil has had the opportunity to begin to polymerize, and what I need to do now is create a little bit of some friction, get some heat so that I can get the wax melted and smooth and get a nice smooth wax coating. Just want to get it hot and just start working it. And it is hot. This is a friction process. Just work that wax in. You can see that the wax is heated and melted, and then it smooths down into the surface of the wood. And there we have it. There is the bottom of a little catch-all dish, complete, sanded, and finish applied. And that looks fabulous. I really like this. Is exactly what I wanted from the resin, and it did what I wanted it to do. It looks really good. I love it. Alright, just like with the outside, first we apply the Brad's Workbench abrasive paste. Work it in. It's okay if a little gets over. I'm going to reapply the tung wax to the outside, or at least to the rim. So first you lay it down around 300. Now here's where I will tell you speeds. First you start out around 300, work it in. You want to kick it up a little bit, find a clean spot on a paper towel. Again, kick it up a little, find a clean spot on a towel.
Still getting carbon from the rim from burning it, which is fine. It's to be expected until the tung oil fully polymerizes, which takes about a week. Again, not a big deal. Still safe to use. This is a catch-all bowl, so it doesn't have to be ultra, super tight seal. I don't have to go through all that craziness. I always think about what the purpose of a piece is when I'm doing a finishing process. Brads is absolutely food safe. Like I said, I'll eat out of a bowl made with brads. But this particular bowl's entire purpose is as a catch-all. So I'm not going to be as concerned with making sure that there are no little cracks and places where bacteria can get. I'm not worried about it as much because this isn't a food bowl. This is a decorative bowl. It will be functional, but not for eating. All right, I really like this. I think this turned out really, really nicely. We're going to get the tongue wax on it, let that sit for at least a half an hour before working it in and getting a final finish. Now, I do put this on thick. I like to put it on heavy. That's just my preference. You do not have to put it on heavy. I just prefer to. I want to give it as much opportunity to get as much tung oil into the surface of the wood as possible. That tung oil does soak in, and then it polymerizes. It fuses at a molecular level with the air around it and creates a water-resistant, very durable finish that, again, is 100% food safe. Well, there we have it. That's going to soak and start to polymerize. But I'm pretty happy with the way this little dish turned out. This is a perfect catch-all to go on a credenza or an end table. This is just a great little catch-all bowl. It's kind of fun shape. Honestly, you could even use a bowl like this as an offering plate at your church. You could put candy in it. It'd be a good candy dish. This is just a fun little piece.
Well, all right, here it is. Just a nice little 8-inch dish, catch-all, to go on a credenza beneath the television in our bedroom. And I'm pretty happy with this. The outside is more dramatic by far with the resin, and because there's more cracking on the outside than on the inside, it's more dramatic, but we still get a great effect with the resin in there. I absolutely love that shine from Brad's Workbench. This is a really nice little piece, one that I'll be proud to have sitting on display in my house. Thanks for watching. If you like something like this, you like a video like this, let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Help me grow my channel. And if you want to see more little pieces like this, little kind of fun, quick projects, this really wasn't a very exhaustive project, let me know, and I'll work on doing more content like that, like this little bowl here for the channel. So please, give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys like or don't like. And remember, just one more pass means put the bowl gouge down.